There are beliefs and thought patterns deeply embedded in the way we see the world, the way we interact with it, and how we move through life. What if I told you the very belief you have about struggle could be the key to unlocking the door to ease? And not just ease, but effortless joy, laughter and connection. So imagine for a moment the uphill battle you've been facing could melt away with just a shift in perception. It's as if for years you've been walking a road that seemed only to lead to obstacles, always facing resistance. You might even have wondered, why does it seem easier for others? Why do they seem to glide through life, while I feel like I'm pushing a boulder uphill? It's as if every time you take one step forward, something else drags you back. But what if there's a different path? What if that very resistance you feel was actually a signal, telling you something deeper, something hidden, that once understood could be released? So take a moment to notice how your mind often connects the dots between one struggle and the next. The cycle, perhaps, that feels never-ending. But you can ask yourself, is it possible that struggle is just one perspective, and that perspective can be shifted? Notice how, when you think about something deeply enough, you start to see it from a new angle. That's how simple change can be so profoundly powerful. So what if, instead of feeling like life is just a series of never-ending struggles, you could see it as a dance, a gentle flow. Every step a learning, every misstep a lesson, and every challenge an opportunity for growth. When you allow yourself to move through life with the belief that each moment is just an invitation for something better, you start to open doors that you'd locked, perhaps for years, without even realizing that you had the key all along. So now let's think about what it would feel like to shift your inner narrative. It's almost like the mind, like a garden, will grow whatever seed you plant. So what if instead of planting seeds of struggle, you planted seeds of joy, relaxation, connection and ease? The beauty here is, once you start shifting that inner dialogue, your external world begins to reflect the change. And what happens when you start feeling more at ease? When you start embracing fun, connection and play, it becomes almost effortless. Notice how, as you imagine this, there might be a part of you that says, but what about all those past mistakes? What about the fear of judgment? What about all the times I've been hurt? And what if those very memories, those moments, didn't have to be so heavy? What if they could be just experiences, no longer tying you down, but serving as reminders of how far you've come? In fact, what if you could let go of the past in a simple, natural way, as though the past was a story you no longer need to tell yourself? Because you see, the more you focus on the future where things are better, where joy and abundance are your constant companions, the more you become naturally drawn to that. The beauty of focusing on what you want instead of what you fear is that the future starts becoming your new reality. The past is simply a shadow, fading further away, and every day becomes a chance for a fresh start. Think about the way your body responds when you feel lighter. It's as if every cell in your being relaxes into the present moment, and then you start noticing those connections with others, effortlessly making friends, finding yourself laughing more, smiling more, simply because you've given yourself permission to relax and to enjoy the journey. Because the truth is, life was never meant to be a battle. It was meant to be a playful exploration, full of joy, connection and adventure. And you're allowed right now to let go of all those beliefs that say you must struggle. What if you could say, I choose joy, I choose ease, I choose to be connected, to laugh, to have fun, to experience abundance. Now as you breathe deeply and relax, notice how how easy it is for you to let go of fear. The fear of judgment, the fear of what others think. It fades into the background, like a distant echo. You don't have to carry it anymore. It's no longer necessary. Instead, what remains is a sense of excitement, a sense of possibility, a sense of freedom. You can begin to see that what used to feel heavy, what once felt like a burden, is no longer weighing you down. So much like you've released that heavy bag that you've been carrying for so long. And now you stand tall, with lightness in your step. You can let this be your new reality. The reality where you expect better things to come. Where you expect abundance. Where joy and ease, they're simply natural parts of your life. And every time you start to notice that old belief trying to creep in, you can smile and say, "Thank you for showing me the way. But I'm choosing a new path. A path filled with laughter, connection and ease." You might even start to notice that day by day, those old patterns of struggle, they're fading away. And what's left is the natural rhythm of life. One that flows effortlessly. Just like the way a river moves around rocks, always finding its way. What if that driver was you, always moving towards what you want with grace, with ease, with joy? And each day, you step into that flow, knowing that life supports you in ways you never imagined. Now you're free. Free to embrace the future with excitement. Free to be who you truly are. Free to experience life in a way that you've always dreamed. And you realize deep down that you've always had the power to create this reality. And now it's unfolding effortlessly before you. You've chosen joy. You've chosen ease. And most of all, you've chosen a fresh start. A fresh, exciting and optimistic beginning. Where you are no longer weighed down by the past, but instead you're free to live in the lightness of the present and the joy of the future. And as you relax and allow yourself to open, just imagine for a moment that the world around you, it's filled with endless opportunities. There's a new way of seeing everything, a new way of feeling, a new way of experiencing life, one where you can effortlessly tap into your natural ability to choose how you want to respond, how you want to feel, and what you want to experience. It's like when you step into this new space, the idea of struggle, it begins to lose its grip. Imagine how the weight of that constant effort, that uphill battle, it's slowly dissolving. It's almost as if you can feel it in every part of you, lifting off like a cloud that just evaporates. And as that weight lifts, you feel lighter, freer, more at ease. You start to realize you don't have to work so hard to make life flow. Life flows naturally. And you're a part of that flow. It's like the universe itself is guiding you gently towards everything you want. Can you sense the ease? Can you feel how it starts to seep into every corner of your experience? And with each breath, you can notice how this ease just grows. What if you'd always been capable of experiencing this flow, and now you simply remembered it? What if you could learn to trust that life doesn't need to be a struggle, but rather a dance, one that you move through with grace, fluidity and joy? The more you focus on this sense of ease, the more it becomes natural, almost like second nature. What would it be like to release that old habit of looking for problems, for obstacles? Instead, every moment could be an invitation to play, to connect, to enjoy. Your mind, so used to searching for challenges, now shifts, and it begins to notice the moments that make you smile, the moments that are light, the moments that bring you joy. You begin to see joy is everywhere, and your experience of it expands. Each time, it feels even easier. And the past no longer has the same pull. It's like those old memories, those old feelings, the ones that held you back. They simply fade into the distance. It's not that they're erased, but they no longer have the power to keep you tethered. They become like pages in a book that you can turn, but you no longer need to reread. The weight of judgment, the fear of making mistakes, the worry about others' opinions, they all dissolve. They become irrelevant. You realise every judgment that you've feared, it's simply someone else's perspective, one that no longer affects your sense of self. Can you see how that opens up space for you? Space for something more. Space for your true potential to shine through. Space to laugh more, connect more, be present more. It's almost like you're walking into a world where every step feels lighter, more vibrant, and filled with possibility. The more you embrace this, the more you feel the joy, the fun, the connections, just naturally flowing towards you. And then, as you begin to focus on what you want, rather than what you fear, you notice something powerful happening. Your mind, it starts to automatically focus on opportunities. You begin to see doors open where there were once only walls. You begin to realise life, it isn't meant to be a struggle. It's meant to be a series of opportunities. Each moment a chance to step into something even greater. What if you could trust that life will show up for you? What if you could trust that every situation, no matter how it appears at first, it carries within it the seed of something beautiful? Each moment becomes an opportunity to create, to explore, to grow. And as you move through life, there's a deep sense of anticipation, a feeling that something great is just around the corner, waiting for you. Because really, what if you could look at every challenge with curiosity instead of fear? What if when something appears in your path, you could smile and say, I wonder what I'm going to learn from this. I wonder what new opportunity is in here, waiting for me to discover it. And notice how, when you think like this, the obstacles, they no longer seem so daunting. They're just experiences, just moments, all part of the larger journey. And each one, when you choose to view it this way, brings you closer to the life you desire. And as you take that next step, notice how your mind, it starts to shift even more. You begin to realise every step you take, no matter how small, it's a victory. Every action, every choice, every thought, it brings you closer to a new version of yourself. The version of you who lives in joy, who feels at ease, who knows how to connect with others in an effortless, magnetic way. Your mind, now attuned to this new perspective, it becomes your greatest ally. It no longer brings out doubts, fears, or anxieties, because it understands what you focus on expands. And so, you choose to focus on what you want. You focus on the abundance, the fun, the relaxation, the friendships, the joy. With each passing day, you notice how things naturally show up in your life. You notice how your reality, it starts to reflect what you've been focusing on. You begin to see the more you align with what you want, the more it effortlessly manifests. And the most beautiful part, you're already changing. You've been changing all along. As you shift your thoughts, you shift your actions. As you shift your actions, your results change. And with every change, you feel more alive, more connected to who you truly are. The past, it doesn't define you anymore. It's the present that holds the power. And the future is wide open, filled with all the possibilities that you've been waiting for. So now imagine, every day you wake up, you're filled with excitement. You can't wait to see what unfolds because you know life is on your side. You know you're worthy of all the good things that come your way. You know you're capable of moving through the world with ease, with joy, with confidence. And with each new day, you grow stronger, more centered, and more in tune with the flow of life. You're free to laugh, you're free to connect, you're free to be yourself. And as you do, the world becomes your playground, a place where joy, abundance, and love, They're yours to experience effortlessly. Because now, deep within you, you know life can be easy, fun and fulfilling. And that new belief you carry, the one that stays with you always, you've chosen it, you've embodied it, and now this is your new reality.